Hello and welcome to Musgro Farm. This game is in its early playtesting, so it's in the beginning stages of the game, but we're going to check it out anyway. We're going to jump right into new game. Skip that. This is our farm here. We have some tutorial missions that we have to get through. Move around, rotate the map, zoom in and out. Good stuff. So let's plant our lettuce field. The first thing is on the bottom left corner. This is roads. Roads are free to place, so that's always good. We can zoom out and look at the map here. It looks like there's other sections you can buy. Right now the playtest is just limited to this section right here. So in the bottom left of the screen here is our roads, our fields, and our delete button. That's all we have access to right now. Top left is our money, our general XP, and our fields XP. We'll learn more about these as we go. Top right is kind of our missions right now. And the bottom right is an almanac and a farmer's guide. So this is like the tutorial basically. And there's some advanced tips in here that are definitely worth reading. But let's click on the fields over here. One thing we have access to right now is lettuce. It costs $1,600 and sells for $20. So we can put it down here on the map. This little yellow feature needs attached to a road so that the truck can pick up the product from there. We'll click it takes a minute to build it. And this is our lettuce field. Now our lettuce will start growing. It has levels that we can upgrade as we go. We'll learn more about that in a second. We need a level 5 lettuce field, so right now it takes 15 seconds to grow. We upgrade it once, it takes 11 and a half, 9.4, 7.9 seconds. So once we get $150, we'll upgrade it to the last level. This is our truck. We have one truck right now. You can click on the blue thing here. It carries 150 items. It is at its max level right now. We will unlock upgrades to it later. This is our sales truck. The green truck that you see pulling in and out of here is taking the product from here and going and selling it. This blue truck will go to our fields, pick up the fields produce, and bring it to the barn to be sold. We can upgrade this to the last level now. This is level 5 of 5 right now. Now it wants to build a second level. A quick note on this game, I am going to go into the settings. My computer is a little bit older and for some reason it struggles on the GPU with this game, so I am actually going to adjust the settings way down. We are going to turn off all of this. And on the display here, this crop density makes a huge difference in your processing power. So we're going to turn it way down to 0.25. It kind of really takes a lot of the graphics out of the game, but typically on a game like this, I would just come back and play it later once they get an optimization update or I get a better computer. But I kind of like this game, so I want to play it anyway, so if you can bear with the low end of graphics, we'll give it a go. So we got some money built up. Let's go ahead and build a second lettuce field. Let's skip the tutorial. We need 2 lettuce fields with 2 workers now. If we click on here, we can see there's up to 3 workers allowed. Right now our production speed is 6.8 seconds. If we click on this, it's now 3.4 seconds and we have 2 workers. The next worker costs $30,000, so we're going to have to save up for that. And as soon as we get $3,000, we will buy a worker for the second field here. We got the money, let's go ahead and buy the second worker. That upgrades our lettuce fields to 2 workers each. Now we need to click on these buttons up here. This is the fields button. You can see I have 15,000 out of 30,000 XP to level up to the next level. If we click on it, it opens the tech tree. The tech tree has right now 2 tabs, general and fields, corresponding to these 2. I think we'll unlock a third one here shortly. But one thing to note on this is the current points here is 0. That doesn't mean we have 0 points. That means we've spent 0 points. Some of these researches here that says 6 in fields tree, that requires the current points to be 6. So we all have to have spent 6 points to be able to unlock this one. The available points here on the top right, that is how many points we have available to spend. So don't confuse current points with available points. Current points, again, are how many you have spent. Available points is how many you have to spend. In the meantime, we have unlocked the arugula field. The arugula field sells for 50 coins compared to lettuce for 20 coins. So we might as well, while we're waiting, put in an arugula field. Put that up there. We'll see how much that increases our XP right now. If you click on here, this is providing, looks like 4.4 per second or 44 per second. I can't tell. Must be 44. So this here is providing 20 per second, but now we can click it, upgrade it to the max, grab a worker. Now this is providing 88 per second, so we can see we've increased our XP. Alright, that didn't take very long at all. We now have our fields. You can see in the top right here we do have one available point, even though current points is 0 because we have not spent our available point yet. It wants us to unlock beans and peas, so let's go ahead and click on this plus button. You can see current points is now 1 and available points is 0, so we have spent 1 point. Let's go back to here. It wants us to plant a pea pods field. Pea pods sell for $60, so that's great. Let's go ahead and put one of those in. Level this up as well. This is a lot more expensive to level up because it is a higher end field, but the XP will be worth it, so let's go ahead and do it. Max that out, give it a worker. Now one thing you can tell is we're starting to get backed up here. Our truck can only carry 150, and we have 200 to be picked up here, 200 to be picked up here, 120 to be picked up here. So our truck is already falling behind. So the nice thing about this is you can click on this field here. In this top left here, you can see this $sign is prevent sale. That will make it so the truck does not come here and pick up stuff. I'm turning these two fields off because they are not worth as much as these two fields, so we might as well just put these two on pause for now. You can see this brown bar means it's filled up and it's not producing because it is full, and the truck is not going to pick it up because I've turned it off. So that'll concentrate on these two higher end value fields for now. Eventually we'll have ways to address this situation, but for now this is what we're going with. Next mission is to build a green peas pod, so it's green beans farm. Go ahead and stick that in here. And while that's building, we're going to come down here and build another road out. Again, I love that roads are free. Let's build this up this way. Now our next mission is to unlock buildings in the general tab, which we have got 1 point available here, so let's go ahead and do the buildings. This unlocks the third building tab down here. Buildings. One thing we have access to right now is the cuttery, so let's go ahead and put the cuttery. Now you can see we want to rotate this so that it has access to the road over here. And the arrows show that it actually has access to the fields. So you can deliver to these buildings by truck, or if it is adjacent to a field, you can see it pulls diagonally as well. It can pull directly from the field into the building. So that's going to become very important because transportation is going to become somewhat of a large issue as our farm grows. Alright, our cuttery building is built. We can click on it, click change recipe here, and we have two choices: shredded lettuce and chopped green beans. Let's go ahead and do chopped green beans because that is the mission we're currently on. And same thing, you can level these buildings up. Let's go ahead and add a worker to it. And you can see on the bar here, this top bar here that has a little bit of yellow to it right now, that is going to show you how much green beans you have in here. The bottom bar shows that it can hold up to 200 chopped green beans, and right now it's 0. This bottom bar will fill up blue. This one will fill up yellow. Let's go ahead and increase our farm level so it produces green beans faster. As you can see, there's a blue tab here filling up now. We have 15 of 200 capacity. And as you level these up, the capacity levels up as well. Looks like it takes 30 seconds to process green beans right now. And that is going to help us get some more XP. This gives us 45 XP per second. And I'm assuming that goes to the buildings tab, which is right here, 45 per second. And this added the a third tech tree, I should say. So this has different buildings we can unlock. Storage would be great. Packagers, salad kitchens, all sorts of new recipes. So lots of stuff to work towards. Alright, I've let it run for just a couple minutes to get the XP up there so that we can complete our next mission, which is to level up our truck here. We'll click on the farm center, which is down here in the bottom right. Click on our blue truck here, and we can see the truck is maxed out. So if we go to click on this blue bar on the top left here, opens up the tech tree for our general, and we can see truck leveling is available. It costs 1 point. Let's go ahead and spend that point. And now we can level up our trucks. So it holds current capacity of 150. Level it up to 220, 300. Just go ahead and level it up the whole way. Max it out. Can now hold 450 items, so that'll help us catch up here because this field is full. Our next mission is to unlock rank up. That is actually quite a far ways away. This is rank up down here. Rank up will actually become very important in progressing in the game. However, it requires 6 points in the current tab to be spent. We've only spent 2 points on the general tab. So we need 4 more points spent before we can even unlock that. So we have a ways to go for that one. As we can tell by our blinking green light up here, the top of the screen here, that we have a fields point that can be spent. We actually have 2 available field points. Let's go ahead and unlock cabbage. And this requires 3 points to be spent. We've only spent 2. This requires 3 points, so we might as well go ahead and unlock an upgrade to the max field levels. Now we're actually going to go through and delete our lettuce fields right now. I don't think they're worth a lot of money. And that'll give us room for something else since our truck is having a hard time keeping up as it is. Let's go ahead and, since we unlocked cabbage, let's go ahead and plant a red cabbage field down here. And let's put a cuttery right next to it. Let's get those built. We can see up here our yellow bar is filling up, so that means we're not processing it fast enough. So let's go ahead and upgrade this once or twice. See how that does keeping up with the... Let's do it one more time. Might as well max it out. So it's maxed out right now. We'll see if it processes green beans fast enough. Cabbage down here. Let's go ahead and put a worker on there. Upgrade a couple levels. Change this to shredded red cabbage. And we're going to set this field down here to prevent sale, so it only uses the cabbage in the cuttery building here. Let's go ahead and put another red cabbage field down here. We've unlocked storage buildings, so let's go ahead and... We've not unlocked storage buildings. Let's check out storage buildings. So we have 1 available point in the field or buildings category. Let's go ahead and spin it on storage. That'll unlock the small storage. We can see it is kind of tiny, but it looks like it connects up to these fields as well as the cabbage processing facility. Let's actually look at medium storage. Medium storage is better. There we go. Medium storage fits in here nicely. It hooks up to the road. It hooks up to both fields. Go ahead and put that down. And this will collect cabbage as well as shredded cabbage, and it will transfer cabbage to the cutting facility as needed. Let's go ahead and upgrade this a couple times. It looks like it's stockpiling materials. That is now maxed out. Let's go ahead and delete this field. Put in another red cabbage field since it'll hook up to the storage. Put in a second cuttery. The shredded cabbage here is being transferred to the storage building. Let's set this one to be shredded cabbage as well. And now you can see this building. Let's see if I can move this out of the way. So you can see this building is providing all 3 of these buildings with cabbage. So super nice. And then these 2 will shred and transfer it to here, and then the truck just has to come here to pick it up. Let's go ahead and start maxing these out so we can get some production going. We've got the cuttery buildings maxed out here 2 levels of max. They are producing 198 XP per second, so that's pretty good. This top building up here is only producing 99 per second, but we could probably go ahead and add. Let's go ahead and max him out, and now he's making 148 per second. Let's go ahead and check the tech tree while we're got some points to spend here. On the buildings tab, we have these all require 3 points to be spent. We've only spent 1, so we might as well go ahead and unlock the building levels. That'll give us higher upgrade levels. The fields tab here, we have 1 point to spend. Let's go ahead and spend that on carrots. And on the general tab, we have 1 point to spend as well. These require 3 to be spent, so we are only left with this one XP gain by 10%. Carrots sell for 375, whereas cabbage is selling for 240. So we'll probably want to look at putting in a carrot farm. In fact, let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to grab a cuttery here. Put a cuttery facing this direction. Grab my carrot farm. Attach it to here. Now you can see they get built without access to roads. We could probably even leave no road to this building. I'll show you that it does work. It will get built and it will deliver carrots to this building here, which we're going to change the recipe to shredded carrots. We're going to change this farm here to no sales so that the trucks, if we do build a road here, the trucks won't come here to take the carrots away. And let's go ahead and level these up. I've maxed out there. Go ahead and put a couple upgrades into this one. That'll get us some carrots going. The goal here is to make these numbers get bigger. The faster they climb, the more points we have. The more points we have, the farther and faster we can progress. Looks like we've already got another field point or building point. We are still not at the 3, so let's go ahead and put in another one into there. That unlocks the packager, large storage, and the processing speed. For the next little bit, we're basically going to watch these yellow bars, make sure we're processing the material fast enough. We'll work on upgrading these as we make money. Get these all up to level 10. We do have 1.2 million to spend, so we are doing very well in cash. This field is not maxed out, so we can grow it a little faster and up the processing speed. Our basic goal is to get these points going faster. We do have a building point to spend. Let's go ahead and either the large storage is very handy or a packager. We're actually going to want the large storage before we do the packager because I think it's going to come in handy. Let's go ahead and do large storage. And we will basically make sure these are all maxed out. We can see there's not, the yellow bar's not building up, so let's go ahead and add some levels to our green beans. If you hold shift and click, it just maxes them out if you have the funds available. So the building is completely maxed out at the current moment until we unlock more upgrades. Let's check our points here. We have an available general point to spend. Let's go ahead and increase the max truck level. See how much that costs. Let's go over here, click on trucks. We now have 62K. Let's go ahead and upgrade it. Just do once. It's getting quite expensive, so let's focus on growing some more stuff before we move further. See down here at our farm center that we have 10,000 capacity. We are storing 2,200 right now, which means we're actually putting stuff in there faster than we're selling it. 2,700, and he's going to pick up. Let's see how much he picks up. So looks like he's picking up about 500 at a time. Let's check let's go ahead and level up the sales truck a little bit. That'll make him move faster and carry more. So now he will carry 1,000, so that should empty this back out. We want to make sure we're basically selling stuff all the time. Let's go check our research here. We have 1 point available on the building tab. Let's unlock the packager. Fields tab, we have 2 points available. I want to get to these salad greens, I think. This is 6. So let's go ahead and max out the max fields. And then that gives us a point for the salad greens. Let's go ahead and do salad greens. Package are available. Let's go ahead and build one, see what it's all about. Let's click on here, see what recipes are available to us. We have 2 availables, coleslaw and mixed veggies. Mixed veggies require corn, it looks like, which we do not have unlocked yet. So we won't be able to do that. But we will be able to do the coleslaw mixture. It requires shredded cabbage, shredded red cabbage, and shredded carrots. So let's look at setting up a little processing facility for that. Alright, let's build this a little backwards. Let's do a medium storage over here. I guess we'll just start at the edge of the map here. Let's just go ahead and put it right here. This will be a medium storage. We'll want a packager next to it. And then we want some cutlery buildings. 3 of them. 3 cutlery buildings. This will make the raw products, so this storage has access to all 4 of these buildings. And then we want the cabbage. We don't need road access to this, I don't think, so we're not going to worry about it. Red cabbage down here. And I think it was carrots. And let's change this recipe to shredded cabbage. It's the packager. We can change the recipe on this to coleslaw mixture. So this way the trucks won't be required at all for this. All I have to do is pick up the final product from the storage warehouse right here. And these should all be processing. We can zoom in a little bit here. We're going to want to level these up as we have money so that it processes a little faster. Alright, work on leveling up these buildings, but as you can see here, this building has 3 yellow bars on it. Pretty handy. If you click on it, you can see you have how much of each material you have in stock. So material is getting there from these warehouses and fields. We can go ahead and upgrade this a little bit more. Let's go ahead and upgrade it to level 10. And that way, we have kind of a self-sufficient setup. All we have to worry about is making sure the truck picks up the final product at the warehouse here. 1,241 XP per second, so that's pretty awesome. And that's on top of all this stuff is actually generating XP as well. Alright, so that's our first packager setup. We are going to call it an episode here. It's kind of a first look at the game Musgro. I'm probably going to do another episode or 2 on this to see how middle of the game goes and see how far we can progress into the early playtesting. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.